Okay. The next topic, I personally believe the Oilers will give up less goals this year. Why? A few reasons. And this is where I hone in on the defense for this episode. The first thing is they're trying a new neutral zone system. Okay? They're trying a 1-1-3, which in essence is designed to push the opposition to the outside one way or the other and have that slow down the speed of attack from the opposing players. That should greatly help defending against the rush, because if it's executed correctly, there should be less rushes to defend. And the Oilers don't have the best rush defenders. They don't. I know there's a lot of people who don't like Darnell Nurse, who are fans of the Oilers. They say he's overpaid. They say he plays like a starfish on the ice, all this kind of stuff, which honestly, I think all that stuff is just garbage. It's just trash. But I think there is something there that we can extrapolate and apply in a more constructive way. So if you're saying that he's playing like a starfish all the time, maybe what's happening is there's a lot of rushes against, and the only way that he can get to the puck in certain situations is if he just bombs out and just tries to dive and get the puck. If there's less rushes, he doesn't have to do that as much. So this system should help everybody, but it's a team thing. Everybody on the team needs to be in sync and working towards that common goal. Part of that is going to be the new pairings that we see this year, which I personally am excited about. If everything sort of goes as we've kind of seen through training camp and through just what we saw at the captain's skates, we should see Nurse with Bush, Ekholm with Broberg, and Kulak with CC. That's a fantastic top six, personally. And I really like that top six, actually. Kulak and CC as a third pairing is awesome. I think, and that's a third pairing that can give you 19 minutes. No problem. 19 minutes is a little less than what CC's used to, and is kind of on the high side of what Kulak's used to. So they might be more of like an 18 to 19 minute sort of pairing. Broberg with Ekholm, that's fantastic. You get the young Broberg learning from Ekholm. You can't go wrong with that. And Bouchard and Nurse, they've played together before. Bouchard has grown a lot. He's got more pep in his step, more confidence. It's going to be a dynamite pairing, okay? Now, the big question for the defense right now is who's going to take the 7th D spot in this configuration. And right now it's between Vincent Desharnais and Ben Gleason. And I suspect this is just a feeling that I have, okay? I have what my heart says and what my head says. My heart says it should be Ben Gleason because of how he's performed. He's a good passer. He's more in the mold of the kind of like modern defenseman, if you will. Just makes simple passes, skates well, plays defense. Doesn't necessarily try to run guys over like a steamroller, but he's got some grit and sandpaper to his game, as we kind of saw in the game tonight. However, my head tells me that because the Oilers already have 4 left-handed D, they'll probably keep Darnay over Gleason. Simply for that reason. Simply to have another right-handed defender. Gleason's a lefty. And they already have Nurse, Kulak, Ekholm, Broberg. You throw in Gleason, and now that's 5 left-handed D out of 7. Which just doesn't seem like the right numbers to have. So for that reason, and that reason alone, I think that's what's going to happen. Now, for me, pardon me, for me, the most important pairing on this Oilers blue line is the Ekholm-Broberg pairing. The Oilers want Broberg to develop into a top 4 defender. Pairing him with Mattias Ekholm is the best way to make that happen at this point in time. Broberg has played a lot of 5-on-5 minutes and penalty kill minutes in the preseason. I suspect that he'll see more of that in the regular season. And let's all just take a deep breath and remember he's only played 69 NHL games. And let's, for the love of everything that is holy, let us not hang him out to dry when he inevitably makes a mistake in the first 10 games of the season. Let's have a little bit of grace for this 22-year-old kid who's trying to make a name for himself, and let's just let the kid play. He needs to play through those mistakes, learn to bounce back, and Mattias Ekholm is the best guy you can pair him with for him to learn how to do that. And you'll see what playing with Ekholm does to his confidence. Regardless of the points that Ekholm puts on the board this season, you cannot measure the impact he is having on these young Oiler defensemen. First Bouchard, and now we're slowly seeing Broberg blossom and be impacted by playing with Ekholm. Also, isn't it kind of funny how a defender with good analytical numbers starts succeeding once he's given the minutes he needs? Weird how that works itself out. Weird.